Yeah, let's go. I'ma make a couple stacks, do exactly what I want to. Mix a couple tracks, get a lady that I'm drawn to. Turn up to the max, get me faded till I'm gone, dude. I do what I want, couldn't stop me if you wanted to. I just work hard, yeah, harder than the rest. Some people say I'm lucky, others saying that I'm blessed. But I keep my head down, cause I crave progress. You ain't never gonna stop me, cause it's my conquest. And I'm never gonna rest, yeah. And y'all don't know that I'm a soldier. I always felt like I'm alone, yeah. When everybody thinks they know, yeah. And y'all don't even know I own, yeah. And now I'm ready taking over, cause every day I'm getting closer. Just look at everything I'll show ya. And now I'm ready, I'ma blow up. I throw up, and if you cross me, it was good to know ya. I'm impatient, I don't ever slow up. I stay young, no, I never grow up. I keep working to the point I throw up, and if you cross me, it was good to know ya. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I'm not the type to take no for an answer. I don't deal with people that are like a cancer. No, instead I hang with the people that enhance ya. And I'm not the type to give out second chances. I just wanna work on my own for myself. I don't need no help, not anybody else. Nah, man, I got it dealt. I'm working on my wealth and I'm working on my health. Keep on working to excel, cause I'm working on myself, yeah. And y'all don't know that I'm a soldier. I always felt like I'm alone, yeah. When everybody thinks they know, yeah. And y'all don't even know I own, yeah. And now I'm ready taking over, cause every day I'm getting closer. Just look at everything I'll show ya. And now I'm ready, I'ma blow up. Yeah. living every day in your head for free. You can tap away, but I will not hear you scream. You can break your keys, spread your toxicity, your world outside reality. In your room, a little hideaway, but you let it through. Enough to go insane, living in the dark hasn't treated you well. You're building your own prison cell. Hey, what you think about when you're born into a fire? Let 'em burn it out. Sell 'em to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Listen up now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. Our brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves, we won't let the world burn away. Burn away, we feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To blame, haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. And we feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To blame, haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway.
Welcome to the Throttle Up Racing Network. Tonight we are at Texas Motor Speedway. We're about to go into qualifying. Landon Lacey, quickest in practice, alongside Caleb McCarthy and the 48 of Brandon Browning. They say everything's bigger in Texas, and indeed it is. We've just got a couple of races left until we go into the playoffs with only 3 races remaining in the regular season. This is your points outlook. Landon Lacey, Caleb McCarthy, James Fox, Quentin Clark, and Enzo Hassett all locked in with wins. Brandon Browning, Garrett Fox, Wesley Jeanette, Gary Cronenwet, Adam Brown, Simon Grills in that green area. They're probably looking pretty good on points right now. But John Elkins, who I do not believe is logged into the session, Cody Bullock, Aaron Mack, Brayton Laster, Jason Blaney, all very close on points. Top 12 will make it in with only 3 races to go. Into qualifying, Garrett West out on track. Garrett Fox, quickest on the board right now with a 30.32. Garrett West moves up to second quickest, ties his time. Cody Bullock in the number 5, looking very quick tonight. There's Adam Brown in that number 9. He'll move up. New pole sitter right now, number 9, Adam Brown. Here's Quinn Clark in the number 94, getting up to speed. Running that high line, trying to get as much momentum as he can. Kyle Lefevre in the number 28, out on track. Everyone trying to get their qualifying laps in right now. Matthew Montgomery in the number 2. Here's Wesley Jeanette in that number 74. One out on the track. That's Masterson in the number 32. Quinn Clark, new pole sitter at 30.03. What a fast lap. Matthew Montgomery on his second lap, trying to get up there. Third quickest for the number 2. Here comes Wesley Jeanette. He'll move up to third and bump Matthew Montgomery out of the way. Jason Blaney in the 22 as he crosses and starts his first timed lap. Oh, very close to that outside wall. The way Texas Motor Speedway is shaped, you got to hit turn 1 just right to really nail the exit of 2. You don't quite get in turn 1 just perfect. You'll get up near that outside wall and you'll have to lift. So you see Blaney with the 12th quickest time. If he can get a little bit of run through 1 and 2 this time around. Landon Lacey's now out on the track, fastest in practice. And he'll start his first timed lap. And we will take a ride with the number 53 for his qualifying lap. Running that high lane, trying to get the speed up. Masterson moves up to 5th. Right out to the outside wall and then down to the white line. Very good line for Landon Lacey. This looks like this may be a fast lap. 13th quickest first time around. Right down to the inside line. Let's see where Landon Lacey will finish this lap. New pole sitter Landon Lacey. Now Gary Cronenwet out there trying to take a stab at it. Still have a few very fast qualifiers left to run. Gary Cronenwet definitely one of them. Fourteenth quickest on the first lap for the 88. Brandon Browning and Brayton Laster out on the track now. Cronenwet, new pole sitter. 1/100th of a second quicker than Landon Lacey. There's Brandon Browning. Brayton Laster out on the track as well, still running the Christmas colors. Brandon Browning, 14th quickest first lap. If a few of these other drivers are going to make a qualifying lap, they're going to have to get out there pretty soon. Second lap for Brandon Browning. Let's see where he can finish this one up. Brandon Browning, 6th quick. There comes Kayla McCarthy. Couple of wins already this season. As you can see, hometown for Kayla McCarthy, Fort Worth, Texas. So a home track. Home field advantage for Kayla McCarthy here tonight. We'll see where she puts it on the first lap. William Bartholomew's out on the track now as well. First lap, 17th quickest for McCarthy. Right down to the inside. Looks like a pretty solid lap for the 24. McCarthy across the line. 9th quickest for Kayla McCarthy. William Bartholomew out there 18th quickest on his first lap. Got the dual 15s on the side of that one. And he'll qualify 15th. So William Bartholomew, a big fan of the number 15. We are at less than a minute left to go. The only car still sitting out on the track, but your pole sitter for tonight's race is going to be Gary Cronenwet in the number 88. And we have tonight 167 laps here at Texas Motor Speedway. Stage 1 will be on lap 50. Stage 2 will be lap 100. And as usual, there will be cautions at the end of the stages. We'll see who has the best strategy as we go throughout this one here tonight. We get ready to go through the grid. On your pole for tonight's race, the number 88 of Gary Cronenwet. Rolling off in the second position is the 53 of Landon Lacey. Starting in the third position, Quinn Clark in the number 94. In the number 9, starting in the fourth position is Adam Brown. Braden Laster will roll off in fifth in the number 13. Wesley Jeanette in the number 74. He'll start sixth. Brandon Browning in the seventh spot in that number 48. Qualifying in eighth is the number 2 of Matthew Montgomery. Kayla McCarthy, she'll start in the ninth spot in the number 24. And J-Rob Masterson in the number 32. He'll round out our top 10. In 11th is Simon Grills, the number 8. Garrett West in the 43 will start 12th. Garrett Fox 13th. In the 14th position is Jason Blaney. In 15th is William Bartholomew. Starting in 16th is Cody Bullock. 17th is John Baker. 18th is James Fox. 19th is Kyle Lefevre. Aaron Gordon's going to start in 20th. And that will round out our field, I do believe. John Anderson's out here. And Nathan Line, I think he may start from the pits. So John Anderson will round out our field there in 22nd spot. We'll take a look at tonight's race info. 77 degrees outside right now, and the track temp 79 degrees, so that should provide for a lot of grip. May make these race cars extra tight as we go through the race tonight. But we'll see what's going to come of this one here at Texas Motor Speedway. Drivers 2 by 2 all throughout the field, everyone getting caught up. Pace car about to pull in, and we're going to go green flag racing here for the Lone Star 250. Green flag is in the air. Gary Cronenwet with an early lead. Landon Lacey right behind him in the white 53. Back here, some action with the 13. Braden Laster on the inside. Kayla McCarthy on the high lane trying to get by. Braden all the way down to the inside. He's going to lose some time as he got a little loose out of the corner. #22 of Jason Blaney trying to work his way forward. in 15th position right now. Ron Wett holding the lead. Landon Lacey not pushing the issue yet. A lot of single file racing right now. It looked like Quentin Clark was about to make a move, decided not to. Lacey trying to get a run off the corner. Not going to be enough that time. Kayla McCarthy is on the move, working with teammate Brandon Browning just in front. Oh, and she's right there to the back bumper, the 9 of Adam Brown. Trying to find her way around. Maybe a little crossover on the exit. Looks like she is going to look to the inside, but not going to be able to get there. You're watching the Gadget Solutions Next Gen Cup Series. Kayla McCarthy working her way through the field up 3 spots. Right behind her, Simon Grills has gained 4 and Garrett Fox has gained 5. Everybody in this little section is on their way forward. And now to the inside of Quentin Clark. Kayla McCarthy trying to make a move to get into the top 5. And a race for the lead as Landon Lacey now moves to the inside. They're door to door. Brandon Browning with the push down into the corner. That'll put Brandon Browning up to second. Garrett Cronenwet gonna lose some positions up on the high lane. He'll drop all the way back to 5th. Right behind him, some good side-by-side racing, almost 3 wide there for a second. Like Simon Grills may have let off the gas there into the corner. Cronenwet and McCarthy make contact. McCarthy has to save it. Landon Lacey right against that outside wall. And right now you can see the value of teammates as all 4 of those cars on the inside line, Lacey, Browning, McCarthy, and Clark, all 4 are teammates working together to get to the front. And here in these next-gen cars, the draft is so important as Cronenwet going to make it 3 wide. Down there on the bottom by himself, Clark's got to get out of it. Brown with a big run. He'll go around both of them. And this front group stretches all the way back to Wesley Jeanette in 11th. And you got the second group: Cody Bullock, Matthew Montgomery, James Fox, Jason Blaney. John Baker's back in here with this unicorn rainbow car. William Bartholomew and Brayton Laster all back in this second group. Kayla McCarthy's now moved to the lead. She'll lead that lap as Landon Lacey gets pushed back to third position. That home track advantage working out right now for Kayla McCarthy. Three wide just behind them. The 9 of Adam Brown in the middle. Quentin Clark had to go way wide as we've got one around. It's the 15. The 58 around as well. Take a look at the replay. Like it may have been just in front. The 58 and the 22 come together. The 2 makes contact with the 22 and the 58 up into the outside wall. He goes around the 15 hard to the inside wall. It looks like we do have several takers on the pit lane. Kayla McCarthy in, Brandon Browning. Everyone down the pit lane to at least get fuel. We'll see who's the first one out of the pits. It looks like Brandon Browning's going to be able to beat Kayla McCarthy out of the pit lane. They take no tires, fuel only. Quentin Clark comes out of there. Everyone else with a set of tires. So we'll have to see what 16 laps does to your tires here. Hard green flag racing. Brandon Browning gonna be your leader out of the pit lane. The rest of the field starts to get caught up here. Second out of the pits, Kayla McCarthy in that number 24. I believe Quentin Clark either took 2 or 4, but I believe he took 2. Everyone else, I believe, took 4 behind him. Quentin Clark, 3rd position. Adam Brown in 4th, and Landon Lacey will round out your top 5. Gary Cronenwet and all that drops all the way back to 13th position. We may have a few more strategy plays there in between these drivers. Brandon Browning, he got up to the lead for just a second, but Caleb McCarthy was able to get right around him. While we're here on this caution, we got to shout out Gadget Solutions, who provides IT services support throughout Central Indiana, specializing in focusing on the needs of local small businesses, driven to create strong partnering relationships, replicating the personal, committed feel your own customers come to expect from you. Gadget Solutions, you can go check them out at www.gadgetsolutions.com. They are our series sponsors, so please go support Gadget Solutions at gadgetsolutions.com. We are double file. Brandon Browning, the leader, and he'll be in charge of the restart here, choosing that inside lane. He's got a teammate in Caleb McCarthy on the outside of him, two teammates right behind him. Green flag for Brandon Browning. Looking from Landon Lacey's roof. We hear him shift into fifth gear. And a little tight there for the 53. McCarthy on that restart drops all the way back to fifth, and now Brandon Browning going to drop back. The new tires working their way to the front as we see three wide. Gary Cronwell on the inside. Ronawet moving up as quick as he can. Brandon Browning not too far in front of him on older tires, as well as Caleb McCarthy. We'll get cautions later in this race. They're going to have fresher tires, an extra set in the pits. But right now, a handful for Caleb McCarthy and Brandon Browning. Browning trying to find his way out of harm's way. We got a couple go around through the grass on the front stretch. One of those, the 56, the 15 sitting sideways. And let's go see if we can pick this one up. All right. Well, the 56 was involved. Like the 13 may have hit the outside wall. No, we've got a couple spinning in front. That's the 43. Back this up a little bit. See what happens to the 43. Oh, the 5 of Cody Bullock hits that outside wall. You see him there in the number 5. He comes down into the 43. Nowhere for Garrett West to go. The 5 slow across the track. 13 goes around. He'll tag that outside wall trying to get around. The 43 spins out. The 56 ends up going through the grass. That's what brings out our caution. We are halfway through stage number 1. Landon Lacey is your leader. Familiar spot for the 53. Adam Brown right behind him. Adam Brown right now at 225 points. Aaron Mack at 201. I'm not sure Aaron Mack, did he make the race? He did not make the race tonight, so Aaron Mack out of this one tonight. Brayton Laster at 195. He may be getting a free ride in with John Elkins missing as well. Simon Grill's making his way to the front. Got the Patriot Auto Solutions car. Patriot Auto Solutions is your one-stop shop for all automotive refinishing needs. Specializing in vehicle customization like aftermarket color matching. Look no further if you are seeking paint and refinishing needs in or around the state of Indiana. Our shop is home to over 10 years of automotive knowledge, repair, and refinishing experience. For more information, visit our Instagram or Facebook page at Patriot Auto Solutions. Patriot Auto Solutions, one of the sponsors here. Make sure you check them out on Facebook. So, second caution of the night. There's been a lot of action on the racetrack. Right now, our biggest mover is in 13th, and it's the number 19 of Joseph Peters. Joseph has gained 9 positions from the start to get up to the 13th position. And he's got several more that he can gain. Like the 5 of Cody Bullock trying to get some damage repaired in the pits. Maybe a few laps down. So we're back double file, about to go green flag racing. Landon Lacey chooses the inside line. See what kind of a restart he gets here. Through turns 3 and now turn 4. Pace car will pull off. And now it's on Landon Lacey. Green flag. Lacey going to be able to get out front. Here comes Adam Brown to the inside of Quentin Clark. He is now on the move. Adam Brown looking for a stage win. Doing a phenomenal job here tonight at Texas. Quentin Clark will drop back another spot. Garrett Fox moving forward. Here comes Gary Cronenwett on the high lane. Jason Blaney right below him as they're all moving forward. Cronenwett with a big run, nowhere to take it. Quentin Clark right in front of him. The top five keep getting tighter and tighter. Now Cronenwett to the inside. He'll be able to get around Quentin Clark and move into the fourth position. Garrett Fox, he's right there in the 85. Now he's our biggest mover, up 10 spots. Can Garrett Fox get around? Looks like he dipped 2 tires in the grass, able to hold on to it. And Adam Brown all over the back bumper of Landon Lacey, trying to get this lead, trying to wrestle it away from the number 53. And here comes Gary Cronenwett with a big run down into turn 3. That 88 wasting no time, moving his way forward. A big run out of 2 now side by side with the number 9. He'll pull a nose on him. Oh, they touch. The 85 and the 9 get together. Somehow the 9 and the 85 keep it straight, but the 9 loses a lot of momentum. He's going to have to push hard to try and stay in the top 10 for the end of this stage. On the outside of Simon Grills, not able to get it that time as Caleb McCarthy with a draft push to the number 8. And Adam Brown may settle in here. He's still on the outside, but back to 9th position. There may be some aero damage to the 9 as he's not really able to keep up. Cronenwett, though, doing all he can. But with no help up there, it's going to be difficult to try and find his way around Landon Lacey for the stage win. 15 laps remain here in stage 1. These two staying nose to tail are pulling away from Garrett Fox. He's out there by himself. These cars so draft dependent. And then the rest of the pack coming strong. Jason Blaney in 4th. Masterson in 5th. Caleb McCarthy 6th position. And the Hornet's Nest, Simon Grills down the inside, and there's Adam Brown back up to 8th, trying to work his way back to the field. Adam Brown knows he needs to get some points. Try and lock his way in on points to get into the playoffs. And Adam Brown has brought a fast race car tonight back around the hometown favorite, Kayla McCarthy. And now with a big run, he'll go to the inside of the 32. And Adam Brown now back up to 6th. And the 9 will look to the inside of Simon Grills. This will be for the 5th position. He drifts up and the 8 goes around. Several other cars get hit. The 56 goes around. No caution yet. The 19 down on the inside. Now the caution comes out. The 9 just sends it in there, just not able to hold it on the bottom. Simon Grills shoots up the racetrack, does his best to save it. And as he gets it straightened back out, the 19, the 32 come barreling through, sends the 8 back around, the 19 hard into the outside wall. The 8 trying to get it back straight. 28 clips him. Like the 19 had kind of blinked out there for a second. The 56 didn't even know he was there. Take a look from the inside view on this one. Yeah, that's a wild sensation when you see the car up in the distance, you see him flipping, and then he kind of blinks out and he's just not there, so you don't know where he goes, and then all of a sudden you get hit. Unfortunate for the 56. But off the pit lane, Landon Lacey, he stays out. Kayla McCarthy, Simon Grills, they'll all pit here. Brandon Browning, Quentin Clark, Aaron Gordon, all in the pit lane to get a set of tires. And that's the first set for Kayla McCarthy and Brandon Browning. I know that. We'll see where they end up lining up. McCarthy going to restart here in 9th with only a few laps left to get to the end of the stage. The freshest tires in the top 10. And Adam Brown finds himself in 5th position after getting tagged, goes around, drives his way back up to the top 5. He and the 8 make contact, so he's got damage on either side of that number 9, I do believe. Jason Blaney had a great race last week, having a good one here tonight. Currently in the 4th position, looking to get some stage points with just a few laps before the end of stage 1. He's gained 10 spots, as well as Garrett Fox, who's also gained 10 spots, that at number 85. Working his way through the field, and now he's going to restart this one in the 3rd position. Gary Cronenwet, he has moved himself from way back in the pack. Pitted earlier, driven all the way back up to second. We'll have to see. He drove through the field very quick. Can Caleb McCarthy and Brandon Browning and Simon Grills do that same thing, as they just pitted a few laps ago as well? But Landon Lacey is your leader. We'll see how he chooses to restart this time. This is going to be about a 6-lap shootout to the end of the stage. This should be a wild one. Freshest tires right now in 9th position. Everyone in the top 7 pitted 27 laps ago. Laster pitted 19 laps ago. Everyone else just pitted on this pit stop. Pace car off. Green flag. And those new tires did not get a good restart. Cronin went all over the rear bumper. The tires, Caleb McCarthy and Brandon Browning, those guys are going to have to look for a run, get a draft going. Cronin went to the outside for the lead. Garrett Fox going to fill the hole, try and stay there and get around Cronin for second. And that entire line moves to the inside. Now Garrett Fox going to try and hold the second position. And now he may make a move for the lead. Had to let out. Cronowet's going to get back down to the bottom. Kayla McCarthy's moved her way to 5th on those new tires. And you know she's sending it in there right now. What a big run from the 24 to the outside line now. Thought about giving Cronin a big push, but not able to, as Jason Blaney's going to get around for the 3rd position. McCarthy still has plenty of time to try and make her way through. She'll sit on that right quarter panel and get around to the outside. Can she get to the outside of Garrett Fox? 3 wide. Oh! Jason Blaney chooses to tuck it in. Kayla McCarthy with a big run. Freshest tires on the track by a lot. Landon Lacey moves up to try and take the lane away. 2 laps to the end of the stage. McCarthy now looks to the inside. Can she hold it? And a big run for the 24. It looks like everyone's going to go with Kayla McCarthy. Quentin Clark to the inside of the 85. Oh, so close. White flag on the stage. Kayla McCarthy across the line in 1st. Garrett Fox in 2nd. How will they finish as they come around? They are 3 wide back here, and Landon Lacey is going to be the odd man out. Brandon Browning on those new tires. He drives all the way back up to the 2nd position. Landon Lacey is going to drop back to 7th at the end of this stage. As Kayla McCarthy will come across the line, she will win stage 1. And there is the caution for the end of the stage. Kayla McCarthy with an incredible run from 9th to 1st in 6 laps. And Landon Lacey led so many laps in that one. He'll end up in 7th position through your stage results there. Kayla McCarthy, winner of stage 1. Brandon Browning in 2nd. Garrett Fox in 3rd. Quentin Clark 4th. Gary Cronowet ends up in the 5th position. Jason Blaney in 6th. Landon Lacey 7th. Matthew Montgomery in the 8th spot. Brayton Lasser in 9th. And Simon Grills will round out the stage points in 10th. And Adam Brown doesn't get a stage point after such a promising first stage. Look so fast. Those tires there at the end just drove by a lot of those competitors who had been out there for a while and took tires earlier in the stage. We'll see who chooses to pit here. Everybody looks like they may come down. We'll see if anybody chooses to stay out so far. Maybe just one. Couple of cars stay out. John Baker in the 12, the only one on the lead lap that will stay out. And it looks like a lot of those leaders are going to take 4 tires, but fuel only for Kayla McCarthy, Brandon Browning, Quentin Clark, and Garrett Fox. So we'll see if Baker stays out on the track. So your new leader up 16 spots, staying out so far, is John Baker. He's got the rainbows and unicorns on that car. Like he will stay out. Kayla McCarthy will move on up to join him on the front row. Lights are still on the pace car, so we'll have another lap after this one. John Baker, a part of Blaster Motorsports. Brayton Lasser Motorsports is a professional dirt super late model race team located in central Indiana. After starting racing at the age of 8 in go-karts, Brayton now looks to take on dirt tracks across the Midwest. For more team and schedule information, visit us on Facebook at Brayton Lasser Motorsports. Brayton Lasser also in the top 10 right now. So now the lights will go off on the pace car. John Baker will be the control car on this restart. Everyone will get double file. This time we're going to restart with Landon Lacey from the cockpit view. We're going to let you see what a restart looks like back in the field. Lacey right now in the 9th position. That pace car will dive in and we'll go green flag. And a good restart there for Landon. A very good restart, and also John Baker with a great restart. He's going to be able to hold it out front for a little while. Brandon Browning right behind him. Caleb McCarthy there in 3rd. They'll look to the high lane. Brandon Browning moving to the outside. Caleb McCarthy looking to take it 3 wide, maybe no. Here comes the 53, Landon Lacey up to 4th as they look to go 4 wide down the backstretch. The 12 on those old tires just getting hung out to dry right now, and he is in the preferred lane, so surprising that these guys are able to drive right by on the high lane that quick. Brandon Browning will now take the lead. Let's do something called a throttle up the volume. Something happened there with the 32 car, not sure what. Brandon Browning will hold the lead. Go back and see what happened to the 32. Looks like he was having a technical difficulty. Like something may have disconnected. Something happened. He had to shut the car off. Not real sure, but he gets it back going finally. A couple laps down, I do believe, but Jason Blaney trying to make a move on Landon Lacey. Now on the high lane, Jason Blaney trying to take it to these top 3. They're all teammates. You see them all working together with the draft down on the inside line. There's not going to be a whole lot that Jason Blaney can do unless he can get These front three separated somehow. I believe his teammate is the 2 just behind these cars, so maybe they can work together on. Now Blaney will move back down to the inside. They're going to go 3 wide for second spot. So Landon Lacey had to go because Jason Blaney continuing to put the pressure on. Now everyone getting grouped back together. Cronenwell to make his way back into the top 5. Cronenwell doing his best to get back up into contention. He's now caught the lead group. Jason Blaney looking on the inside. Landon Lacey again. This time a little help from the number 2. They're side by side. That time Cronenwell to push Landon Lacey around. Blaney not giving up on the inside. Cronenwell with a huge push down the backstretch. And that'll push Landon Lacey back to the lead, and Kayla McCarthy will now fall back. Jason Blaney still on the attack for second position. And he's going to get it that time. Can he take the fight to Landon Lacey for the lead? That time Blaney sends it into turn 1. Cronenwell with a big run. There's contact. And now they're 3 wide for third. Cronenwell wise chooses to back out of it. Blaney's still on the attack. Oh, door to door. I think he had the lift to not get into the 53 there, and that's going to cause these back cars to really get a big run. This time, Blaney may have a big enough of a run on the 53. Let's see where he takes it to the outside. Not enough help. Can't get it. Lacey trying to break the draft as they go down the backstretch. Cronenwell on the outside of McCarthy. Matthew Montgomery with a big run on Blaney for second. Cronenwet, what a run he got through the corner. Tries to take it to the high side, but just can't hold it. So now he'll have to work his way back around McCarthy again. And these drivers pulling away from 9th on back as the top 8 in this group. McCarthy to the high lane, no help. We're halfway through stage number 2. Oh, so close to come off the corner. Blaney tags the apron, able to keep it straight. Little lap traffic to go around down the front stretch. Cronenwet this time with a huge run. Where can he go with it? Lacey continuing to lead. Nobody's had enough to get around him since he seized the lead. And now the top 7 have broken the draft from the 8th place car of Aaron Gordon. Who's going to be the next one to find a run? Matthew Montgomery is not giving up. He is all over the back bumper of Landon Lacey. Oh, he looks to the inside, but Lacey holds that bottom. Now, Montgomery to the inside. Can he get enough of a run? He's going to be side by side, but Cronenwet's going to push the 53 of Lacey. Montgomery tight through the corner. McCarthy ever so close as they drive down the front stretch. Everyone is on the attack in this front group. Quentin Clark back there just watching it all take place. I think these few drivers here in the back just trying to wait until we get to the end of the stage to make their run at it. It's been 29 laps since we last pitted. These drivers should be able to make it about 5-6 more laps. We'll see. But we could see green flag pit stops very soon. You see Jason Blaney gets kind of shoved back to 5th. McCarthy now up to 3rd. Looking to the inside, but a big block from Matthew Montgomery. That's going to hold him in second. Montgomery to the inside. McCarthy may give a push down the backstretch. No, she's going to jump to the high line. Cronowet going to jump to the bottom. And now Montgomery side by side. He'll have a push. Cronowet now pushes Montgomery into the lead. And I think that's the first time Matthew Montgomery has led tonight. Wasting no time as Cronowet now on the attack on the high line. He'll try to get a side draft to go down to turn 3. Oh, he sticks it in. Creates a hole there to get that car in second spot, but now Jason Blaney will fill it as he goes through the grass. These drivers extremely aggressive as they're getting down to the end of the stage. I do believe they're going to have to make one more pit stop to make it. Now you've got Montgomery in first, Jason Blaney in second. And they are catching some more lap traffic. Oh, Masterson into the outside wall. Meticulous on how to get through this traffic. And there comes some pitters at 24. Kayla McCarthy, she comes in the pit lane. Cronowet's in. Landon Lacey's in. Quentin Clark and Brandon Browning all will pit together. So very soon we should see Matthew Montgomery and Jason Blaney come down the pit lane. They will come in this time. Looks like a little conservative on the pit entry, making sure they do not speed. Up at Aaron Gordon now out front. Garrett Fox, Wesley Jeanette, all right there. So how much longer can these cars make it? They're 3 wide. Landon Lacey has to come back down the pit lane. It looks like Lacey may have had a speeding penalty on exit. And he will have to come back down. That's going to be detrimental. Definitely for his stage chances, maybe for his race chances. It looks like he is going to have a hold. And here comes Garrett Fox and Aaron Gordon and Wesley Jeanette all into the pit lane now. Brayton Laster's coming in as well. So Kayla McCarthy will be your leader when all this is said and done. She's up there by herself. Quentin Clark and Brandon Browning are going to work together to try and catch her in the next 10 laps. Can they do it now? Kayla McCarthy officially in the lead. Landon Lacey just now back out on track. And we'll have to see how far that put him. That put him 2 laps down, but as of right now, he's the first car lap down. But we'll see if that changes. Caleb McCarthy 1.17 seconds over Clark. Clark and Browning slowly reeling her in, but not as fast as you would think with the draft. Brandon Browning's in the third position in that number 48. Then you got to get it back to Matthew Montgomery and John Baker, who's now up to the 6th position as Jason Blaney works his way by. Ronowitz in 7th. So that green flag pit stop did well for some, did not do well for others. But it looks very good for Caleb McCarthy, winner of stage 1. And now your leader here in stage 2. Don't think anyone's gonna be able to catch her. We'll see how the draft works. Clark got a good run through 3 and 4 that time. Matthew Montgomery right now, I believe the fastest car on the track. Matthew Montgomery in the number 2. I'm not sure what all they took there on the pit stops, but I believe McCarthy, Clark, and Browning must have only taken 2 or none at all. Montgomery with 4 tires. He is reeling them in. He's much faster. Only 3 laps to go, and here comes Quentin Clark. I think we're going to have a race on our hands after all. McCarthy doing all she can, but now Quentin Clark is there in the wake. Matthew Montgomery with the fresh tires. 2 laps to go. How far can he get? Only a half a second between him and this stage win. And you can see just how much faster those tires are. This will be the white flag for the stage. Can Matthew Montgomery pull it off? You know, Caleb McCarthy's going to give him a hard time to get around. Oh, he sends it to the outside. And Matthew Montgomery to the lead here on the final lap of the stage. And with those fresh tires, no one's going to be able to touch him. And Matthew Montgomery will come across the line and win stage 2. A phenomenal run there at the end for Matthew Montgomery to be able to drive around 4 cars in 2 laps. Caught him at just the right time. So your stage 2 winner will be Matthew Montgomery. In second is Kayla McCarthy. Third is Quentin Clark. Fourth in that stage is Brandon Browning. Fifth is Jason Blaney. In the 6th position is John Baker. 7th is Adam Brown. Gets a few stage points that time around. Gary Cronenwet, he'll end up in 8th. Wesley Jeanette in the 9th position. And 10th will be Garrett Fox in the number 85. And Landon Lacey, he will be the free pass car this time around, but he is 2 laps down, so when he gets a lap back, he'll still be 1 lap down because of a pit penalty. No stage points for Landon Lacey. Ended up 7th in stage 1 after leading most of stage 1 and most of stage 2. Landon Lacey going to leave this race with only 4 total stage points in tonight's race, so he's going to have to fight his way back to the lead lap to try and have a chance at this race win. Everyone now down the pit lane to try and at least be on the same fuel strategy. Kyle Lefevre will stay out. I believe Montgomery's going to just take fuel here. We'll see if he takes tires. Oh, and he misses his pit stall. Still has to back up. With that fuel-only stop, he will still make it out in second. Jason Blaney will be the first one off. So Kyle Lefevre out there in the lead. That's our Victory Lane sponsor, Lefevre Landscape Curbing. Right there, Gary Cronenwet. He's the guy. He's fixing some damage right now, but you can catch Cronenwet Motorsports. They're an ARCA street stock race team out of Taylor, Michigan, with not 1 but 2 primary ARCA series cars out of the CMS stable. The team competes regularly at Flat Rock Speedway and Toledo Speedway. For more team and schedule information, visit us on Facebook at Cronenwet Motorsports. Cronenwet Motorsports on Facebook. Go check them out. Go check out iRacing Extreme Figure 8 Racing as well. I've been able to call a couple of those races before, and that is extremely exciting, and you can check them out at iRacing Extreme Figure 8 Racing on Facebook. You can see all their season series, big purse championships, and past events on iRacing Extreme Figure 8 Racing on Facebook. Gary Cronenwet trying to get some damage repaired. Kyle Lefevre, he's going to stay out here, get some laps led. And this third stage sponsored by Tunney's Auto Service, offering a variety of services including tires, brakes, and oil changes. Our main priority is to work with you and give you the best service experience possible. Whether we slash prices, match another price, or bring the service to you, we'll do what we can to make life easier for you. And you can go to tunneysauto.com, www.tunnySauto.com. Check out Tunney's Auto Service. And man, this is going to be a wild final stage. Kyle Lefevre, he'll be restarting from the lead. This is the first time he's been in the lead tonight. Jason Blaney, he's been aggressive, but extremely fun to watch tonight. Can Jason Blaney win this one? Does he have a shot? Matthew Montgomery was the fastest car on the racetrack those last 15 laps after the pit stop. He took 4, nobody else did. And he drives from 5 or 6 seconds behind Caleb McCarthy, who's in the lead, all the way around 4 other race cars to get into that lead and win the stage. Caleb McCarthy, who finished 2nd in stage 2, she won stage 1. She's got the freshest tires in the top 5 right now. Her and Brandon Browning in 5th. So those are your top 5. 3 different pit strategies. We'll see which one pays off. But right now, Kyle Lefevre is going to lead us off into turn 1. Green flag. Montgomery right on the door of McCarthy. Now 3 wide down the backstretch. They put Lefevre in the middle. Blaney moves down to take the inside line. And Kyle Lefevre on those older tires is going to be struggling here until they get up to speed. Blaney Montgomery, 1-2. Brandon Browning in 3rd. Oh, John Baker. Garrett Fox make contact off the corner. Now Lefevre's back up to speed. Hanging on to 8th spot right now. Matthew Montgomery gets shuffled out. And here comes Brandon Browning. Now he'll move to the outside. Browning with a run. Oh, and Baker goes through the inside. Not sure what happened to John Baker there, but he'll slide through the pit lane and hit the inside wall. No. Not sure what happened. It looked like he was in a hurry to get out of the car. McCarthy will take the lead. Brandon Browning in 2nd. And there is a hornet's nest from 4th on back. Oh, the 9 gets up into Garrett Fox. Adam Brown, he's making his way back to the front. He was so fast early in this, and they're 3 wide back there. Montgomery's got to back out. That'll knock him out of the top 10. The laps are ticking away. 112 in of 167. Right now, we're all in a straight line, but Adam Brown Moves up to 7th. Here comes Simon Grills on the inside looking. He's going to hold Garrett Fox up. So much of this car, your speed depends upon the draft. You see these cars getting right down on top of one another. They are side drafting, trying to slow the other car down. And these cars racing as hard as they are, you see the top three, they're all teammates. McCarthy, Browning, and Clark, and they're just staying in line and letting 4th on back just wreak chaos on each other. They may get it straightened out pretty soon. Maybe they can reel this top 3 back in, but Simon Grills is going to try and make a move. With a little help from the 9, he may be able to get by. The Simon Grills will move into 4th. Adam Brown trying to take the 5th position here. And Wesley Jeanette, who had such a good race last week on the road course at Indy, he'll now move into the top 6. Jason Blaney in 7th. He's looking at these drivers in front of him as they're going side by side. Jeanette to the inside. Adam Brown on the high lane. Wesley Jeanette is scored as a 74. Even though his car says 9, Adam Brown is the number 9. Oh, they go door to door. They touch. And Cronenwetz making his way back through the field. And he was in there trying to get as much damage as he could on that last pit stop, repairing as much as he can. And now he's out there racing hard to try and make his way back through the field up to 9th. The top 3 have really pulled away. With Kayla McCarthy, the hometown hero, right now up there in the lead, leading lap after lap, getting pushed by teammate Brandon Browning and Quentin Clark. They're in 2nd and 3rd. As you can see, they are way ahead of 4th place. See him off in the distance, the number 8 of Simon Grills. And that is a large gap from that front group. It's almost 3 seconds the difference between the top 3 and the rest of the field, but everyone else now getting out into that straight line, and they're going to have to do that and stay in that straight line and try and draft their way back to the front. But even at that, they're still losing time on the front group. Kayla McCarthy out front. I don't think that Either of her teammates are going to try and push the issue. They're going to have to pit one more time. They've been out there for 20 laps. They can make it about 35 to 38. Expect to see them pit right around lap 138 or 140. And this clean racing, this is not what Landon Lacey wants to see. He's out there just taking his time, keeping his car clean. He needs a caution to get back onto the lead lap. Here comes Cronenwet and Montgomery on the inside, trying to get back around to Adam Brown. The front group now has a 4-second lead over the rest of the field. Just continuing to pull away. John Anderson, he's out there on the lead lap in the 12th position. He's gained 11 positions from the start, has done a great job of keeping his car on the lead lap. He's ahead of Kyle Lefevre, who's 13th position. He's going to pit here. And now Landon Lacey's going to have to try and get around him as he's going to fall a lap down. Joseph Peters, he's 3 laps down in 15th. Had a decent run going earlier, got involved in an incident. And that's knocked him a few laps down, hasn't been able to make him back. Brayden Lyles right behind him in 11th. Garrett Fox in the 10th position. And he's lost the draft. It looks like maybe Cronenwet may have lost the draft as well, as he is a good ways behind. Matthew Montgomery, Adam Brown, Wesley Jeanette, all these cars right here, as well as Blaney and Grills, are all trying to catch the lead group, but are not able to. They're actually losing quite a bit of time. Oh, we see two get together, the 22 and the 5. And that's going to put him 3 wide, and the 5 is going to move out of the way. He got tied into the middle of that corner. Blaney doing all he can to try and hold that position. Blaney heads back to the inside, crossover move on Adam Brown. And now he'll try and run Grills back down again after contact with the 5. Montgomery now on the move, trying to sort his way up to the front. Montgomery right to the back door of Jason Blaney. And they have caught Simon Grills. But these cars are over 5 seconds behind our lead group. Lefevre there on fresh tires. He's going to try and work his way through. McCarthy, Browning, and Clark still the order up front as they are just working together and logging laps. We should see them pit in the next 3 to 5 laps. Simon Grill is going to be the first one to take pit lane. An early dive down. Adam Brown also goes in, as well as Wesley Jeanette. Garrett Fox will head down into the pit lane as well. So 4 cars in. When will the leaders choose to pit? My guess is they'll stay out as long as they can. So that when they come out, they'll have the freshest set of tires. Montgomery's still out there. Simon Grills right now, the first car lap down. He's ahead of Landon Lacey. If a caution did come out, right there, that's the pass for the Lucky Dog. So Landon Lacey's going to be pushing it right now to try and stay the first car lap down. Now he's got a couple more to try and pass. There comes our leaders, Caleb McCarthy, Brandon Browning, Quentin Clark, all in the pit lane. Four tires and fuel for the top 3. Matthew Montgomery, he'll stay out to lead a lap, and then he'll come in and pit. Brayton Lasser will get a lap led. Caleb McCarthy back out onto the speedway. Some of these cars, that is a pass for position, as Cronenwet Wet and Simon Grills are all able to get around Caleb McCarthy for the lead. All 3 of these cars. The Cronenwet, I think he's going to end up shuffling out to be your leader once the 13 of Laster pits. But he can make it about 3 or 4 more laps. So he'll come in this time around. Brayton Lasser will give up the lead, and Gary Cronenwet is going to come back around and take control of it with only 27 laps to go. And Simon Grills looking to the inside. It is chaotic up here right now. There goes McCarthy. Cronenwett going to try and take the inside line away. McCarthy sends it in, gives a big bump to the 88. They all check up a little bit. This front group consists of the top 5. McCarthy will take the lead back. Cronenwett sends it in again to try and get into that inside line. Clark gives a little bump to the bumper as the 88 sending it into that hole. Simon Grills will be able to get to the inside to try and take away third place. "24 laps to go. These guys are racing hard for the third position. McCarthy out front, Brandon Browning right behind her. Quinn Clark trying to find his way through to get back to his teammates. And he's going to look to the inside of the 8 as they go down into turn 1. Simon Grill is going to be able to hang on to the outside. Oh, and the 8 goes around the 94 with some contact to Simon Grills, and we have no caution yet. Going to try and get turned around. Still no caution. And that is unfortunate that we're not going to get a yellow flag for Simon Grills. Take another look at it. Close, hard race, and 94 tags the 8. It was really that second when the 8 got sideways. It was that second contact that sent the 8 into the wall real hard. So now with 20 laps to go, McCarthy out front, Brandon Browning in second, Cronenwett's in third, and Quentin Clark is now trying to take it away from him. All the way down on the inside. This is 3 seconds behind our 2 leaders. When Clark's going to be able to take it away and hold that position up front. These two aren't going to race until the very last lap, most likely. Kayla McCarthy is leading lap after lap in her home state of Texas. McCarthy still leading. Brandon Browning in second. Quentin Clark and Gronowet still fighting for the third position, but Clark right now with an advantage. Garrett Fox kind of by himself in the fifth position, but not too far behind is Jason Blaney, Wesley Jeanette, and Adam Brown, as well as Matthew Montgomery right there. And you see Landon Lacey, he's still one lap down, and he's trying to catch the 28 car, because that's the lucky dog spot. If there was a caution right now, he would not get the lucky dog. He's about to get into the thick of it here. Matthew Montgomery up through around the 9. Below the 22, Landon Lacey pushing him to the front. Montgomery was the last one to pit. He's got the freshest tires. The Matthew Montgomery up to the 6th position. Now he's going to try and reel in the 85 of Garrett Fox. And he's doing it with the front nose of Landon Lacey, pushing him past all these cars. And now Laster has fallen a lap down, so that's going to hurt Landon Lacey in the long run too here. Oh, Fox is going to try and keep that bottom line. Oh, and contact made. But no wreck. Montgomery able to keep it going straight. Here Landon Lacey's going to try and push the 85 now, as he is trying to catch these cars that are a lap down. I don't think it's going to do him a whole lot of good. Caleb McCarthy out front. Coming to 10 to go. Six-second lead over third place. When will Brandon Browning begin to try and make his move on McCarthy? Ben Clark still getting some pressure from Cronenwet, looking to the inside now. This is your battle for third. Ron went out front. Quinn Clark trying to find his way back around. And slowly catching is Garrett Fox and Matthew Montgomery. I don't know if they're going to have enough time to catch Cronenwet and Clark, but they are certainly faster. $15 up on the high lane there, trying to get out of the way. Almost an 8-second lead now for McCarthy and Browning. When will Brandon Browning make his move? McCarthy with a bit of a gain through on that lap. We come down to the final 5. 5 to go here at Texas Motor Speedway in the Gadget Solutions Next Gen Cup Series. McCarthy's been leading for a long time. Brandon Browning trying to figure out when he wants to make his move. Ronowett and Clark, the battle for 3rd and 4th. They're still very close. Browning not able to get enough of a run that time around. Gonna have to try and make his move pretty soon. Got to be figuring out what's going to give him the best run. Right there, he's right to the bumper. That time going to push her by a lap car. Looks to the inside, but not enough momentum. Two to go. Browning in the 48. 24 is Caleb McCarthy. Lap and a half. Brandon Browning's going to have to take his shot. White flag is in the air here at Texas. Will Brandon Browning make a move? He gets a run. He looks to the high lane. Can he get enough of a run? He looks low. It's not going to be enough. She's going to throw a block. He just doesn't have enough momentum. It's hard to create a run with just 2 cars. And Caleb McCarthy's going to come off turn 4 and cross the line. A winner here at Texas Motor Speedway at her home track. Brandon Browning comes home in 2nd position. 3rd place will be Gary Cronenwet. 4th is Quinn Clark, and Garrett Fox will round out the top 5. Top 10 will be Matthew Montgomery, Adam Brown, Wesley Jeanette, Jason Blaney, and John Anderson. And donuts for the number 24, Michaela McCarthy, as she is tonight's winner. Now see if we can get a word with our 3rd place finisher, Gary Cronenwet, in the number 88. Just want to give you a reminder that tonight our victory lane is sponsored by Lefever's Landscape Curbing. Now on to our third place finisher. Hey, Gary, this is Dakota in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Hey, yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, a fantastic race. Looked very exciting from our perspective up here in the booth. But what did it look like out there? I know these cars are so aero dependent. As long as they were together, it looked like it was a lot of fun, but got kind of strung out there at the end.
Yeah, it was kind of fun. It was, yeah, these things are definitely aero dependent. If you so much as scrape the wall or touch the wall, you're down on speed for sure. That's what happened to me. I was driving and my Discord popped up and blocked my screen. That last caution after the stage break, or at the stage break, after the stage break, sorry. Um, and I just had no arrow, and I didn't even want to take a fast repair yet because I was feeling hopefully something would have happened, but nothing ever did.
There towards the end, you were about 5 seconds behind McCarthy, Browning, and Clark, and there was green flag stops, and you come out there in the lead. Was there some pit strategy going on there, or was just 4 tires, had a couple extra laps out there?
Yeah, I had to do something different than the nasty 5 or filthy 5, whatever you want to call them. They're nose to tail, running nose to tail teammates. When you don't have no teammates, you're an independent team basically. You're trying to beat all these guys out here, and ladies, sorry. And I just pitted 3 laps early before they did, and I knew if I had the speed and the time I could make up, I could make it up. I just couldn't have to do it at the end.
Well, it was a great run. What more did you need there at the end? It looks like there was a lot of contact maybe there towards the end. It got y'all a little farther behind.
Definitely needed a caution. I think there's a couple of things that were happening on the track that maybe a caution should have been thrown, but maybe not. I don't know. Obviously, I'm in the car. That's why I don't do race control. So, but yeah, we just needed a caution. I probably would have had a good chance of winning it.
Well, a great run in the top 3. Got anybody you'd like to thank after this one today, Gary?
Yeah, I'd like to thank you. You opened the broadcast booth putting this on week in and week out for us, and have something to look back on, and you're doing a hell of a job. I'd like to thank Garrett Fox and everybody in this league, Race Control, Cody Bullock, Simon Grills, all the teams here, being able to take away from their family and race this every Tuesday. My fiance and my kids allowing me to do it. And I'd like to thank my teammate. He hasn't been around much, but Ryan Smith, he's a good guy. And yeah, that's what I got.
We got a couple more races for the end of the regular season, Dover and Martinsville. You think you got a chance at winning either one of them?
Tired of finishing third, I can tell you that much. We have a good chance of winning a couple races coming up, especially Martinsville. CMS Motorsports is sponsoring it, so hopefully we can walk away with a win there.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations, and thanks for all the compliments, and hopefully we'll be talking to you again, and hopefully in victory lane here before the regular season ends.
Thanks, Dakota, man. I appreciate it, and keep doing what you're doing. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Yes, sir.
That was Gary Cronwet, our third place finisher. Let's get a word with our runner-up, Brandon Browning. Hey, Brandon, this is Dakota in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, doing good. Looks like a lot of team racing out there. You and Caleb McCarthy worked so well together. What did you have to do there at the end? Could you just make enough of a run with only 2 cars, or did you need a third car to kind of push you around?
Honestly, what I needed in order to have a shot at it was I needed Quentin to stay with us. He's our 4th driver on Filthy 5. So, unfortunately, he got side-by-side battling, and he fell back a little bit. I told Kayla with about 10 to go, I said, look, I'm totally, I'm content with second place. We had beautiful teamwork the entire night. It's nice when you have, teammates that understand just how these cars work. And coming in, we were early in practice. I was following her around the track, and we were able to pretty much do just what we wanted to do. So I knew it was going to be great. Tried to, incorporate Landon and Quentin into our runs. Unfortunately, Landon got the speeding penalty, and then Quentin, a little bit of side draft, pulled Quentin off of us, and we just had to go. I mean, we didn't want, I love Gary Cronenwet, great guy, great competitor. I didn't want to give him a chance, to hang with us. So we had to go, unfortunately, and just kind of left Quentin behind. But it was fun.
Yeah, these cars are a lot of fun, especially when they're all grouped together. It's very intense, but I tell you, throughout the whole race, I think what would have been the most fun for me was there at the end. It was either, I believe it was the end of the second stage or maybe the end of the first stage, where you and Kayla pitted with about 8 to go and you drove through the field and ended up first and second. That would have been a lot of fun. What were you thinking as you were driving through that field there?
Oh, that was honestly it was a lot scarier than it probably looked. We went back green and couldn't kind of let those guys know ahead of us that we had tires because I mean like it's so easy to block here and it just be too late. And it's not because you're throwing a dirty block or anything like that. It's how the runs work and with myself, Kayla, and Quentin all had tires and there was one point actually we went down into turn one and Landon was in the middle. My teammate Lacey was in the middle, and Quentin was on the bottom. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna hang it out and go for it. And we about wadded up 3 of the Filthy Five cars in turn 1 and 2. But man, it was. I wish we had about another half lap. I think with the run that I come off of 4 on, I think I could have got Kayla for the stage. But nonetheless, it was just fun racing with everybody. I mean, it was a clean race, a lot of green flag runs, and it was honestly. I wish you could have been out there with us because it was scary, but it was fun.
Coming up next, we got Dover and Martinsville. You think you got a chance at winning either one of them before the playoffs begin?
At the beginning of the season, I circled Dover. I'm a big Dover guy. Dover's in my top 5 on the sim, so I'm hoping. I've been told they drive a lot like the Xfinity cars, so I'm really hoping Dover goes good. I ran before this, actually on Tuesday nights before I joined Gadget Solutions, ran a next gen league already, on these tracks. I finished second at Martinsville, so kind of got Martinsville down a little bit. Hopefully, I just want to punch the ticket, man. I know right now I think I'm the first driver not locked in. It'd be so nice to just punch the ticket and turn the name blue on the standings.
Well, so close. You come home second today. You got anybody you'd like to thank after this one, Brandon?
I do. I got a few. First and foremost, I want to thank my wife and my little boy. We've been sick as could be this week. We caught some kind of crud, so I contemplated not even running tonight. So thankful I ran. Shout out, of course, Kayla McCarthy. We were pretty much from the drop of the green flag on. We were just glued to each other's bumpers. The rest of Filthy Five, Quentin Clark and Landon Lacey, of course, as always. Shout out to the greatest broadcaster on the planet, Dakota Camper. I appreciate you being here for us each and every week, brother. And all the other guys that raced us clean and we had fun out here racing tonight.
Thank you, Brandon. Hopefully we'll be talking to you there. Looks like you got a couple of good ones coming up, so maybe we can get you in victory lane.
Hey, I hope so. It'd mean the world to me. So I appreciate everything, Dakota.
All right, you have a good one, buddy.
Thank you. You too.
That was second place finisher Brandon Browning. Let's get a word with our winner, Kayla McCarthy. Hey, Kayla, this is Dakota in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Loud and clear, man.
Wow, that was in some intense racing the first couple of stages. Then it got kind of spread out there at the end. You led a tremendous amount of laps, but as I was telling Brandon there a minute ago, it looked like it was a lot of fun. I believe it was the end of the first stage where you and a few others pitted with about 8 to go, and you drive all the way through the field. What was that like, driving through the field, being that much faster than everybody else?
I tell you what, it was kind of insane, but it was kind of fun at the same time. We kind of figured out some stuff as far as what lane works, and obviously tires played a big element into that. But got in the back of my teammate there, Landon Lacey, but it was all in good fun, and he knew we were coming. He was trying to do everything we could to hold us off. It just wasn't enough, but it was definitely a tire strategy we all had going into the race. Unfortunately, Landon kind of got off strategy on accident, but almost played out for him other than the speeding penalty. But overall, good night for the Filthy Five Motorsports and good night points for us.
Now, I know it's iRacing and we're all sitting in the comfort of our home, wherever that may be, but it's always cool when you get to win on your home track. What does it feel like to win at Texas? What does it mean to you?
Oh, man, anytime I get a win here at Texas, it means a lot just because I'm literally 20 minutes down the road from this speedway. So whether it's in real life, whether it's in the sim racing world, it doesn't matter. It's a win is a win when it's at your home track. It just makes it all that much better. And now to have 2 wins when you broadcast it here, for me, it definitely makes it even more special.
Yeah, it always does feel more special. I live about 20 minutes from Bristol Motor Speedway, so I know how it is. I practice those tracks a little bit more. But phenomenal race. You led a lot of laps. Just there at the end, did you think that Brandon had anything for you, or was it just seemed like two cars you just couldn't get enough of a run?
It was definitely harder to make it work with two cars. You actually had to have a third, someone behind you pushing to kind of give that help. He was a little bit better in 3 and 4 than I was, but I was better in 1 and 2. So I knew as long as I could just get 1 and 2 hit good enough to where I could get a little bit of a gap, he'd trail me with the draft going down the backstretch. But 3 and 4, as long as I didn't give him any air on his left front in 3 and 4, it was going to be pretty close.
Well, I believe you've got 3 wins so far this season. We've got 2 races left in the regular season, Dover and Martinsville. What are your chances at being a 5-time winner going into the playoffs?
Man, I like my chances. Landon's pretty good at Dover, so I think it'll be another good stretch there with him. A lot of these guys are really good. Gary's good. Brandon's coming on strong here these last several races. Quentin's coming on strong his last couple races. Quentin's actually never been to Texas or raced at Texas, so for him to come in with a top 5 finish and never even racing this track other than tonight, proud of him, proud of everybody at our Filthy 5 Motorsports. Looking forward to the playoffs, keeping this momentum going.
Absolutely. A great finish, a great win for you here at your home track. You got anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, definitely got to thank my wife. She's feeling under the weather, so for her to let me break away and do this tonight means a lot. Thanks to Nitro Setup Shop for everything that they do for me. Mid-Cities Air Conditioning for everything they do for me. Everybody in this league, my teammates, the admin, thank you for the broadcast, just everything that goes into it. I know it's a lot, so I appreciate it.
Absolutely. As always, it's good talking to you, and hopefully we'll be talking to you a few more times before the season's over.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
And that was our winner, Caleb McCarthy. 3rd win of the season, a pretty dominant figure over here in the Gadget Solutions Next Gen Cup Series. Appreciate everybody for hanging in there and watching with us. And until next time, we will